Did you know that one of the most influential scientists of the 20th century, the man who led the development of the atomic bomb, forever changed the course of history? His name was J. Robert Oppenheimer, often called the father of the atomic bomb. His work during World War II shaped the future of science and global politics in ways that few could have imagined. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode on the Speak English Fluently channel. Today we're diving into a fascinating conversation about J. Robert Oppenheimer, the atomic bomb, and how his legacy continues to impact the world today. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join us for more exciting topics like this one. Let's get started.
Emily, have you heard of J. Robert Oppenheimer?
Yes, I've come across his name before, but I don't know all the details. He's connected to the atomic bomb, right?
Exactly. Oppenheimer was a theoretical physicist, and he's best known for leading the Manhattan Project during World War II. This was the secret project that developed the first nuclear weapons.
Wow, that sounds intense. What made him the father of the atomic bomb?
Well, his role in organizing and leading the scientific effort was crucial. He was appointed as the scientific director of the Los Alamos laboratory, where the bomb was developed. But it wasn't just his leadership that earned him that title. Oppenheimer's expertise in quantum mechanics and theoretical physics played a significant role in the success of the project.
So he was both a leader and a brilliant scientist. What about his background? How did he end up leading such an important project?
Good question. Oppenheimer was born in 1904 in New York City. He was a brilliant student and went on to study at Harvard, Cambridge, and Göttingen. He had a deep interest in quantum theory, and by the 1930s, he was a prominent physicist in the United States. His research contributions were already well known by the time World War II started.
So how did he get involved with the atomic bomb? Was it something he volunteered for?
It was more of a national need. After the discovery of nuclear fission in 1938, scientists around the world realized that this could lead to incredibly powerful weapons. The US government saw the potential, especially after fears that Nazi Germany might be working on similar weapons. Oppenheimer was recruited because of his scientific knowledge and his ability to organize a massive team of scientists to work on the project.
I see. So the Manhattan Project was top secret, right? Did the general public know what was happening?
No, it was extremely secretive. The public didn't know about it until after the bomb was dropped on Hiroshima in 1945. The project involved thousands of people, but only a few knew the full details. Even Oppenheimer's own wife didn't know exactly what he was working on.
That must have been difficult, keeping such a monumental secret. Speaking of Hiroshima, I've read about the devastation caused by the bomb. Did Oppenheimer feel any guilt about what happened?
Yes, that's one of the most interesting aspects of his story. After the war, Oppenheimer was deeply conflicted about his role in creating such a destructive weapon. He famously quoted a line from the Bhagavad Gita, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds," when he witnessed the first successful test of the bomb.
That's such a powerful statement. Did he try to stop further development of nuclear weapons after the war?
Yes, he did. After the war, Oppenheimer became a strong advocate for international control of nuclear weapons. He opposed the development of the hydrogen bomb, which was even more powerful than the atomic bomb. But this stance led to him being accused of having communist sympathies during the Red Scare, and in 1954, he was stripped of his security clearance by the US government.
That sounds like a huge fall from grace. How did Oppenheimer handle it?
He was devastated, but he continued to contribute to science in other ways. He became the head of the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, where he worked alongside some of the greatest minds of the time, like Albert Einstein. He spent the rest of his life reflecting on the moral implications of his work.
It's fascinating how one person's decisions can have such far-reaching consequences. So what's his legacy today?
Oppenheimer's legacy is complicated. On one hand, he's remembered as a brilliant scientist and a key figure in ending World War II. On the other hand, his work led to the proliferation of nuclear weapons, which is a burden the world still carries. Today, many people see him as a tragic figure, someone who was both a creator and a victim of his own creation.
I can see why. His story is both inspiring and heartbreaking. Do you think he's considered a hero or a villain?
That's a tough question. I think it depends on who you ask. Some people see him as a hero for his contributions to science and for helping to end the war. Others see him as a cautionary tale about the dangers of scientific advancements without moral oversight. What do you think?
I think he's more of a tragic hero. He was trying to help his country during a time of war, but the consequences of his work were beyond what anyone could have imagined. Do you know what his thoughts were near the end of his life?
From what I've read, Oppenheimer continued to reflect on the ethical dilemmas of his work. He gave speeches and lectures where he talked about the responsibility of scientists to consider the moral implications of their discoveries. He was awarded the Enrico Fermi Award in 1963, which was a sort of redemption for him. He passed away in 1967, but his legacy continues to be debated.
It's such a complex story. There's no easy answer when it comes to the ethics of science and war.
Absolutely. Oppenheimer's life reminds us that science isn't just about discoveries. It's also about the impact those discoveries have on the world.
I agree. It's important to always ask ourselves how our actions affect others. Do you think there are any modern parallels to Oppenheimer's story?
Definitely. With advancements in AI, biotechnology, and other fields, scientists today face similar ethical questions. Just because we can do something doesn't always mean we should.
That's a great point. It makes me wonder how future generations will look back at the decisions we're making today.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations, to think critically about the consequences of our actions.
What a fascinating discussion. Oppenheimer's story truly gives us a lot to think about, not only about the past, but also about the future of science and ethics. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe to the Speak English Fluently channel for more interesting discussions like this one. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.